Any other discussion? Any discussion in the overflow?
No discussion in the overflow, Mr. Moderator.
All those in favor of the motion to admit, please say aye. Opposed? And in the overflow, is that also unanimous?
Yes, it is, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you. We now move to Article 1 of the annual town meeting. Mr. Messeri.
Mr. Moderator, I move to authorize the Board of Selectmen to choose all necessary town officers not elected by ballot and to determine what instructions shall be given.
We have a motion. Does the Board of Selectmen wish to make a recommendation? Mr. Messeri.
Board of Selectmen recommend.
Does the Finance Committee wish to make a recommendation? No action required on the part of the Finance Committee. Any discussion? Any discussion? Mr. Witz?
No, there is not.
All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed? And is it also unanimous in the facility? Mr. Witz?
Yes, it is, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you. Article 2.
Mr. Moderator, I move to accept the printed town report for the year 2007 as the report of town officers and committees, and to hear other reports as may be presented at this meeting.
Mr. Harris? No, not yet. There are some reports, Mr. Harris.
Oh, some reports.
The Parks and Recreation would like to make a report.
Mr. Moderator, if you will, 1 second. You might have noticed there's been there's two different colors to the town report of the annual report for 2007. The tan copy was actually a misprint on the part of the printer, and it was redone at no cost to the town. And the gray, if you got a tan report, you can just throw it away or actually recycle it, and you can get a gray copy from the lobby out there. Thank you.
And Parks and Recreation would like to give a report, I understand. Would you come down front, please? And for the other town reports, the other town reports I'll be calling on, if they could also come down front when I call them. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lynn Clemens. I'm the Recreation Director here in North Reading. North Reading Recreation continues to grow in spite of the tough times hitting our community. Last year we started online registration, and we currently have over 2,100 registrants on our system. Often our programs are the first opportunity that young parents and children have to be introduced to the fine community, of North Reading. In the summer, approximately 200 families of all ages enjoy our summer barbecue series each week. Also in the summer, we provide programs to keep children in a safe, happy, and structured environment. For many families, we are the sole source of summer daycare. Last summer, North Reading Recreation served 81 children in our preschool playground program and 231 children in our elementary and middle school age playground program. Our goal is to grow structurally as we grow in participation numbers. We are thrilled to receive access to the Wheeler property and look forward to trying to raise funds to make this facility a building the community will be able to enjoy through recreational programs. In closing, I feel passionate that the Parks and Recreation are a very important part of our community. And as budget times get tougher each year, we at Parks and Recreation are trying to keep the parks programs affordable and at the level that this community has come to expect from us. However, with the proposed cuts to our department on this year's budget, fees will have to increase variably. Thank you.
Hi everybody. My name is Marty Tilton. I'm the new Parks Director for the town of North Reading. First, on behalf of the Parks and Recreation Department and Committee, I'd like to acknowledge Brian Wood for the 11 years of hard work and dedication he provided to our town and Parks and Recreation Department. He'll be surely missed. Our goal moving forward is to not only maintain the level of service our department provides, but to expand upon it. This past year, almost 3,500 citizens participated in sports programs on our facilities and many more for special events and functions. As a department, we feel that one of our first priorities is to provide the town with safe, clean playing conditions for all that use our facilities, and I believe we do that currently. With the proposed budget cuts to our department personnel, I don't believe that this would be realistic. How do we choose which fields we should maintain? This would not be fair to any of the sports associations we support. A couple of weeks ago, we had a meeting with all the sports associations to explain to them the impact that these budget cuts would have on our department and in turn on their groups. Right now, each participant pays $15 user fee per sport, per season. To maintain the status quo level of quality that we provide, our user fee would go up to $45 per participant, per sport, per season. We take pride in what we do at our fields, and I think everybody loves the parks we have, and I just want to say it'd be a shame to go the other way and let them suffer. Thank you for your time.
Youth Services would like to give a report. North Reading Youth Services. Mr. Norton.
Mr. Moderator, the citizens of North Reading, I'm going to be very brief because I know that we have a lot of very adult work to get onto later. I'm going to introduce you to Jenny O'Leary, who's the new Youth Services Director that I promised you in October. But before I do, and before you guys get on to the adult business of the evening, I'd just like you to take a minute to remember being an adolescent, to the fun times you had, to remember with a moment of panic those really stupid things that you did, and to know that we have in town Jenny O'Leary working with young people in town to help them enjoy being an adolescent and to be a mentor and a guide to them in those moments of panic. In the first 6 months that she's been here, she's already had 600 face-to-face contacts, more than 600 face-to-face contacts with young people between the ages of 11 and 19. She has had completely unending support from the town administrator, from the selectmen, from Parks and Rec, and from the Department of Public Works. And for that, we're undyingly grateful. And with that, I'm going to pass you on to Jenny O'Leary, who's going to give you just a brief overview of her first 6 months working with our most precious resource in North Reading, our young people.
Hi there, I'm Jenny O'Leary. I'm the new Youth Services Director. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak today. I'm just going to put on some pictures in the background so you can see some of the events that we've started doing in the last 6 months. Just wanted to give you a brief overview of what we've been doing. For those of you who don't know much about youth services yet, this program was brought to the town in order to provide necessary resources and referral services for our young people. Our focus is on middle and high school aged youth. We're dealing with teenagers and adolescent issues, and we are here really to increase self-esteem and positive decision-making, to tackle all the really, as Giles put it, the moments of panic, and to make sure that our young people really have the support services that they need during this time of change. So far, we have started a youth group which acts as our planning committee. They come up with all of our ideas for our programs and events, and they help to not only plan all of our programs, but also to staff them. Recently, we had a Battle of the Bands where 7 North Reading bands participated, and they each got to play for 25-minute sets, and then both audience ballot votes and judge votes counted to determine who the winners were. So that was a really exciting event for our youth, and we hope to make that an annual event, as well as having other weekend events at least once a month next year and start to provide our teens with workshops for things like how to find a job and how to stay safe in the workplace. And I've been attending trainings on different kinds of prevention programs, including alcohol, Oxycontin, and heroin, and some of the things we really don't like to hear about, but we do need to talk about. And we're trying to determine how to bring that information back to the community and make sure that these things are talked about and that we do have the right resources for our kids. And we are starting some different kinds of collaborations with the library. We've done teen movie nights, and we're working with them with the North Reading Reads program. The book is A Walk in the Woods, and we're going to do a hike on a half-day Wednesday. We're also working with Parks and Recreation to start a pickup street hockey league at Ipswich River Park. And we are really excited about the different collaborations with other departments, with the schools for allowing us to be right in there posting all of our different events and working together to really make sure that everyone that works with youth is on the same wavelength and communicating, and so that we're all working towards the same ultimate goals. We're working on a lot of different community service programs in collaboration with the police department. Also, the schools have required community service hours, and we've worked on the Friends of the Library book sale, the Veterans Day ceremony, the Holiday Lighting Festival. We've had a food drive. We've gone to the Lowell Wish Project. We are planning a youth service day coming up, which will be grades 4 through 12 to pick up trash and keep our community clean. And we really welcome all of your support and any ideas you might have for us. And thank you very much for having me here tonight.
The Wastewater Planning Committee.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Moderator. My name is Gary Hunt. I'm the chairman of the North Reading Wastewater and Stormwater Planning Advisory Committee. I've also been a member of the North Reading Board of Health now for 22 years. 6.5 years ago, our committee was formed and given the charge to come up with a comprehensive wastewater management plan for the town of North Reading. Our committee has completed that charge. We're here tonight to give you a status report on that and what our recommended plan is. And this is just, again, a report. Unfortunately, we can't take any questions, but we'll be back before this body and other bodies in outreach in the near months to come. The entire town was canvassed as part of this process early on in conjunction with our consultant, Weston and Sampson. There are about 2,200 properties in town, commercial and residential. The majority of those were found to be suitable for on-site septic system. A percentage of those shown here in the colored hatching were found to be distressed or disadvantaged systems. And just to break it down for you quickly, the three areas that were identified for collection systems are the Martins Pond Route 28 area shown in yellow, the West Village Concord Street area shown in the purple, and then the town center area along the Ipswich River and town center noted in blue. So these were the three areas identified as most needing wastewater treatment. The service areas, again, Martins Pond area. I'd like to also acknowledge the cooperation and assistance from the Martins Pond Association. Without them, all of this related to Martins Pond would not be possible. They do quite a great deal of work there, and I'd like to acknowledge them in this forum tonight. Environmentally compromised properties, for those of you have been up Martins Pond, Route 28 and Concord Street areas where most of our commercially zoned lots are, but not developable. They can't be developed because they don't have on-site. They have on-site sewage treatment, but they need to be able to treat sewage off-site. And the town center area, which includes all of the properties